Good morning. Welcome to Cathy's Eclectic Garden. I'm Cathy and I garden in zones 5B, 6A in Northwest Ohio. Today let's take a tour of the plants that are still blooming in my October garden. It's the first week of October and the mornings are chilly, the nights are really chilly, and the plants are starting to show it. We'll be right back. We'll start in the front yard. This is the west end of our garden, and this is a quick fire fab hydrangea, and it is still looking absolutely beautiful. It has been blooming for months. I've fallen in love with hydrangeas, guys. I never thought I would plant hydrangeas in my yard, but they've become a favorite, even though they're not native. But well, actually they are native. These are nativars. These are arborescens hydrangeas, and the arborescens hydrangeas are native in our area, but this isn't a true native arborescens, but it's beautiful just the same. I love it. And you can see it's got fading blooms. It's got this one right back here that is starting to turn brown, but look at this one. This one is beautiful. It's just starting to turn pink, and soon it will be that deep dark reddish pink that all of the others are. Let's go check out the limelight. This is the limelight hydrangea, and it is already starting to turn brown. That's the thing about hydrangeas. Even when the blooms are spent, they still look good. So I'm happy with it. It's going to be quite a bit larger than what it is now. This is the first year for this plant. It has done really well. We'll see how it holds up to our Northwest Ohio winters. As we make our way towards the backyard, this is a purple fountain grass. There are 3 purple fountain grasses in this spot. They have looked beautiful all summer. The flower heads, you can see how they're swaying in the wind. I love this plant. My husband, this is one of his favorites. He wanted to plant this, and this protects the plants behind it because this is on the north side of our house. As I've probably told you before, we call this wind alley, and they protect the plants behind it from some of the strong winds. Here we have a proven winner salvia. This is called Rockin' Deep Purple, and it is one of my favorites. It gets these beautiful purple flowers, and let's see if we can zoom in. You can see how pretty these are. That is just gorgeous. So I will be planting these again next year. I plant them every year. Hummingbirds and pollinators love them. Another plant that's still hanging in there. It's starting to die back and look a little tired. This is a Pugster Blue butterfly bush, and this bush has really done well this year. It's about 4 years old now. I've been very pleased with its performance this year. Another plant that I almost didn't put in the ground is Malva sylvestris. This is tall mallow. This is one of those plants that I ordered the seeds. It's a native, and I got to looking at it, the pictures I saw, I thought, oh, I don't know if I want to plant that or not, and some of them said they can take over, but I thought, oh, what the heck, I'll try it and see. And it has, I'm glad I did. It's an amazing plant. It's just flowered its little heart out. I planted it in a container in a milk jug and winter sowed it last year, and it's done really well this year. I'm really pleased with it. It is a perennial, so we'll see it again next year. And here right next to the tall mallow, we have another butterfly bush. I'm not sure what the name of this one is. I thought it was the black knight, but it doesn't look dark enough, so I don't think that's what it is. But it's still hanging in there. Like the other one, it's starting to look a little tired, but it's that time of year. And here I have a Russian sage. It's a proven winners variety, denim and lace. And it's about done, but it's still putting out some flower blossoms. I've seen some bees on it the last few days, so it's not done yet, but it's on its last leg. Now as we head into the backyard, we're at the new arbor that we just put up this year. And on the south side of this arbor, I planted a General Sikorsky clematis. And this plant has had the most beautiful blossoms on it. Those flowers are as big as my hand. See if we can see this. You can see how big that flower is. It is just huge. And it's still blooming. So if you want a good blooming clematis that has some beautiful flowers, get a General Sikorsky. And here we have a lavender that's still blooming. I moved most all of my lavender, except this one because I forgot it was here, up to my front bed that we were just looking at where the butterfly bushes are, because they weren't doing well back here. Well, this one decided it was going to do well this year, and it's still blooming. The others I've already cut back. And this poor Supertunia, he about blew out of his pot in a windstorm not too long ago. But he's still trying to put out the flowers. And they're pretty, but the plant is looking pretty sad. So that'll be coming out here pretty soon too. And here we have another butterfly bush that is also still blooming, and this is the Black Knight. I've got two of them here side by side. I don't see any blossoms on the other one, but this one has a couple yet. And this is the prettiest one, so this is the one I'm showing you. This plant was a very pleasant surprise. I planted this, I winter sowed it in a milk jug, and I transplanted it out here into the garden. And I did not expect it to bloom. And it was my best blooming cardinal flower that I had in the garden this year. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's still in full bloom, and some of the flowers are still opening up. I don't know if it's going to be warm enough for those to finish opening or not, but this is a cardinal flower, Lobelia cardinalis. And you can see right down here on the ground, that's another one. They were planted at the same time. They were winter sowed at the same time. And one made these beautiful flowers, and the other one never put up a flower stalk. So we will hope for that one to put up a flower stalk next year. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Join us again for the next one. Bye.